Peace. I'm not really good at this, so I'm gonna, I guess, give you a breakdown of one of the more simple. Well, all of them are actually simple. I'm gonna give you a breakdown of how I came up with bamboo.
Yeah. Yeah. Check. Giving you scriptures from the slice of man.
The way the song came about is that it's always been this sample that I've always wanted to touch. The first time I heard it was Joe Budden. I think it was the ventilation. Years I could not find this sample. I could not find this sample for no reason. I Googled it and couldn't find it and so on and so forth. So shout out to Pace. One of my homies, he's really good at just, I don't know if he's really good at it or I say he's really good at it, but he just finds, he can find really old samples, or and if he can't find, then he knows, like, he knows where the sample, like, he knows who made the sample. He had sent me a version that he had made of that sample. He sent a beat for me to do a while ago, and at the time he sent it, I was in a writer's block, and I wasn't in that place at the time. I just didn't do the song. So this is like, say, last year all of that happened. So a couple of weeks ago, that sample just pops back up into my head. I couldn't find it. Long story short, I reach out to Pace. I'm like, yo, do you know the Joe? Because Joe Budden is one of his favorite rappers, besides, Cardi. Pace, yo, do you know this? Like, can you find this sample? You know who did this sample? And yada, yada, yada. And he's like, yo, I sent you a beat with that sample on it. I was like, Chase, you should, what's the name? You should rap on the joint, because he resent me the beat. So he's like, in my head, I'm like, yo, fam, just, bless the beat. It's the sample, bless it, whatever. But then, the Tommy part of me was like, no, I want to make this beat how I want to make this beat. I want it to be at the pace that I want it to be at. I wanted to have the feeling that I wanted to have. Pace, being the good friend that he is, he sends me the actual sample. It's a Quincy Jones sample, and the actual name of the song is Bamboo. The reason that this song is named Bamboo is because the original sample was named Bamboo. So that's at the beginning of the beat. I just had just that going, because to me, something like that, like a sample that dope, you gotta let the sample do the work for you. Don't try and get too crazy and add the bass and the guitar and all of the extraness to it. Like, the sample is just dope. I always feel like there's certain samples that are just dope by themselves. Certain samples are so dope, you let them rock. All you have to do is just not drop the ball. And I wasn't gonna try and come up with some old song subject. No, this is just something that you just get busy on, and y'all already know what I come to do when I get something like this. And what's funny about this is that the sample actually starts here. Like, that's the end part of that sample. So this is one. This is the end part of the sample. Do 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 do. And the beginning part of the sample is. So it sounds like this is the beginning part of the sample. But so once I found that out and I looped it up, and I just kept, getting busy with, like, I just kept, at this time, it's already providing a feeling, and I'm already starting to come up with little things in my head. and I'm doing, as Left says, building the airplane in the sky. As I'm making the beat, and I didn't really do, like, I actually just pieced things together in here. So as I'm making the beat, I'm formulating bars, you know, in my head, or raps, I mean, whatever, in my head, right? So I got this going, right? So then I was like, all right, so with the drums, the drums can't be, you know, crazy. It's got to be something simple. Simple drums. I go into one of my drum packs. I actually do like the fact that there's no snare in the beat. There's just it's just a hi-hat. I love beats like that. The beat is just, you know, it's just a couple of things that make the magic. So we got this going, and we got the sample. Right? But what was missing from that, I needed an accent, like something to let you know that just keeps going. There's really no real crazy switch ups, and I know it'd just get, you know, monotonous and just taxing on the ear. 808 from the beginning. I want to say, what was it? Every 8 you would hear a, right? So we get, when you put all that together, that's the you know, like we coming out of the monotony just to wake you back up. The hard part is pretty much done. After that, I'm like, all right, I could just do the you know, whatever. So there needs to be something in this beat that switches up. So the intro is boom. Got that? Ooh, excuse me. This is the entire break right here. Right? Yeah, keep going. Yeah, I didn't. So yeah, and that was pretty much how I made Bamboo. You know, it wasn't a lot that went into it. It was very fun to make. So that was Bamboo. And yeah, I'm gonna try and do one of these until the project drops. If I didn't mention it before, Hacksaw Him Duggan. Yo. Yeah, this is one of the tracks off of there. So I might do one next week, or, you know, since you guys like this type of stuff, or at least want me to do this type of stuff. But yeah, this is one of my favorite ones, and who knows, your boy might be performing. All right, y'all. 100
miles an hour in my lane, I'm never slowing. Niggas know my selling pitches always. As I proceed to give you a tube to